This is James Taylor. I'm coming to you with our first installment of the second edition of Fast Focus. Fast Focus is simply a group of videos that we produced last year and we're producing this year just to encourage you, all of those of you who are engaging in a 21-day fast at the beginning of this year. We just want to put a few words of encouragement out there to help you start your day, help you remain faithful to your fast, and most certainly remain faithful to your God. Today I wanted to share with you a word that we actually talked about yesterday at Heavenly Vision, and it comes from the book of Micah, chapter 6, verse 8. The Bible says, "You have been told, O man, what is good and what the Lord requires, but that you do justice, you love mercy, and that you walk humbly with your God." When the prophet Micah says do justice, he's simply saying that you do what's right regardless. No matter what the situation is, no matter what's pushing against you, no matter how you may feel personally, no matter what your bias may be or any of those things, make sure that no matter what the situation is, no matter what the consequences may be, you do what's right. Also, he tells us that we love mercy. And that speaks of not only being people who are forgiving of others, but also that we rely on the grace of God to fulfill our destiny. That we don't just rely on what we can do, but that we are forgiving people, yes, but then on the other hand, we are people who say, you know what, even if I can't do it, even if I don't have the ability to do it, I'm going to rely on the grace of God to make it happen. The last thing he says is that we walk humbly with our God. That's twofold in itself as well. The first thing it says that we should be humbled by our past, and that God even desires to still engage in relationship with us. When we look back at our life and the mistakes that we made and the things that we've done wrong, and despite all of that, God says, I still love you. I still want you to be in relationship with me. I still want to have an intimate one-on-one relationship with you. That ought to humble you. But then also, when we look at the power of God and his ability to change our lives, to change our situation, to change the world, to just change everything so that it aligns with his perfected will, that should humble us to know that no matter what's going on, we have a God that's so powerful, he can change heaven and earth just to make sure that his will is done and to make sure that he's working in our favor and for our benefit. So prayerfully, as we start this fast, you make it your business beyond the ceremonial things of church, and those things have its place. But even when church is done, and when we go home, and when the week has started, and we're away from the sanctuary and away from all of our Christian brothers and sisters, that we make it our business to do what's right, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with our God every day. God's blessings be upon you. I pray that you're faithful to this fast, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. God bless.